everybody, I'm InTheLittleWood, also known as Martin, and welcome back to Minecraft. Today I'm doing a mod spotlight, something that I've not done for quite a long time actually, to be honest. And the reason I've done this one is not so much because it's original, because it's not really at all, but just because it's relevant to my interests at the minute. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 13-2, and Final Fantasy 13, and also Final Fantasy 7, so my JRPG-ness is going through the roof right now, and this mod is very, very relevant to it. And it's actually something that I'm considering adding into Kingdom of the Saplings, and you'll see why in a couple of minutes. So first off, I'm not going to spoil what's in this mod, but these are Josol Greens. These are basically the key item throughout the entire of this mod, and these are used to tame the creatures which we are being given with this mod, which is very exciting. So I'm just going to pick up a couple of these, and there we go. Big spoiler alert, this one over there. I'll tell you what, let's go tame him over there, and I'll show you what these little Josol Greens can do in a couple of minutes' time. So these are Josol Greens, and these are Chocobos. If you don't know, Chocobos are these, like, flightless birds, at least I assume they're flightless, in the Final Fantasy series, and they've been around for years. They're almost as popular as the Moogles are. They're very, they're very dominant, and they're kind of like a key character, I suppose, throughout all of the titles. So what you got to do to tame one of these is right click on it, and we get Eddie, which is just a ridiculous name. He's got a little red collar around his neck, which is good. And let's get ourselves maybe one more. Choco! There we go. Hello, Choco. Now, one thing that you can do, these actually come in very limited supplies, these Josol Greens. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. People on Twitter told me it was pronounced Josol. It's spelled G-Y-S-A-H-L, as you can see on the screen. But these are basically their main food source. And what's great about this mod is that the Chocobos only spawn in areas where the Josols grow. And the Josols will only grow in areas that will actually support this type of plant to grow, which is really clever. So it's not just like every time you load up a world, you're going to be spammed with Chocobos. This is just a very, very lucky world on my part. Now, one thing that you can do with the Josol Greens is if you're running out of them, you can actually turn them into seeds, which is always good. And you basically plant these down, you pop the seeds in, and they basically take either a long time to grow, or you can come over here, and if I just very quickly kill off a Chocobo, which is kind of difficult when they semi-fly away. Sorry, I just hit Eddie by accident. There you go. You can either do one or two things. You can either pop a little raw Chocobo leg into there, or we can go back over to here where these bits are, and we can actually turn these raw Chocobo legs in to Chocobo Fertilizer. Now, these will actually flourish the grass, and they will also grow more of these little Josols, which is good. So if I get... We've got two of them here, haven't we? So we're going to breed these two. I'll tell you what, why don't we get you as well? We've got a couple more Josols left over. And there we go. Another Eddie. Because we can never have enough Eddies. That's good. How many Sly Fox comments am I going to get on this video? It's insane. Okay, cool. So if you want to breed these, basically all you got to do is you got to make something called a lovely Josol. And a lovely Josol looks just like that right there. Now, to make a lovely Josol, you're going to need golden feathers. Now, golden feathers are dropped by any Chocobos that aren't tamed. Or if they are tamed, ones that don't have a saddle on. Because, yes, you can ride them. It's very exciting. So after a while, you'll get yourself a couple of golden feathers like I have here. And to make a lovely Josol, you're going to pop the Josol Greens in the middle. Don't make the seeds. You want to pop a little triangle, cupping it like a little bowl as you'd make out of wood, and you'll make a lovely Josol. So if I make like two of these, and we will get two of these, and we will give them to... I don't want the Eddies to breed together. Let's get Choco, because that's clearly a girl. And we'll also get Eddie as well. Now, these two should make an adorable little baby. Now, this is actually very rare. This, everybody, is a Chicobo. Now, it's a very rare chance that you'll actually get a different colour. Altogether in the game, I think there's 8 colours that you can collect. And they all sort of have a little variation on their speed, depending on what colour they are. I'm just going to very quickly make it daytime. So this is a green one, and I've actually had a green one before. There's achievements that you can unlock when you get certain colours. So the colours that you can get are yellow, of course. You can get blue, green, white, black, gold, red, and also pink as well. So those are some of the colours that you can get. And I think there might actually be one more that it's not telling us about. But yeah, that's all good. Now, a little Chicobo like this, if you wanted to stay cute and adorable forever, you can make something called a, it's like a tiny version of the Josol. It's called a Chibi Josol. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get a Josol Green and some redstone. Oh, sorry, not you. Don't click on you. Oh, move out the way. Oh, God. Can I get the crafting bench? No, stop it. Stop. Move. Get out of the way. There we go. Crafting bench. There we go. Got to it. Right, you're going to put the redstone in the circle, and you're going to pop a normal Josol in the middle, and you get a Chibi Josol. Now, when you feed that to the Chicobo, it will never grow up. It will always stay that old. But But if you're like me and you want him to grow up into a big and strong Chocobo, then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make something called a Josol cake, which is pretty much the exact same recipe as when you make a cake in Minecraft. So I'm going to need the wheat, the sugar, and in the very middle of this, you're going to put a Josol green down. So if I was to do this, I'm going to put the milk across the top. I'm going to put the wheat across the bottom. You put the sugar either side, and then instead of an egg, Josol green in the middle, and you have a cake. Now, before you can do this, you're obviously going to have to tame the Chicobo, which is just here. Oh, got it in first chance. Didn't know if I was going to get that or not. So there you go. He's tamed. He's actually got a very, very small collar on him. Now, if I can actually get to him and press this on him, it should grow up into a massive green badass looking Chocobo, which is very exciting. Now after this, there isn't really much left in this mod. You can also get golden Josols, which basically increase your chance of getting a varied colour. I was very, very lucky recording this. So if I was to get some normal Josols, I've got one here. I need to get, that's what the golden Josols look like. Now all I need to do is get some golden feathers, or some Chocobo feathers should I say, like that. I need to get some, what's the other item I need? Golden nuggets, there we go. Now if I click on this, we basically do the corners with feathers, you put golden nuggets around it like so, and a Josol in the middle, and you get a golden Josol. So if I was to get this and use it on, say, 2 of these guys, if I get some out of this chest, the chances are increased of me getting a high level, a higher level or a different colour version of a Chocobo. Now I don't think any of these are tamed, are they? Oh wait, there's one tamed. No, see, these have an expiration period on them as well, just like other Chocobos do. So never mind, we'll leave that for today, that's completely fine. I should show you how to make the saddle, shouldn't I? Because if you want to ride these bad boys around, the recipe is actually really cost effective, like it's really, you know, cost worthy. So you pop a bit of leather in the middle, some string either side, and a feather at the bottom, and voila, you get a Chocobo saddle. Now, I want to ride the green one, because he's cool, and I like to, you know, he's different. I'm different. We're both different. It's good. And he's actually green, the same colour as my shirt, which is good. He's like the Chocobo of the saplings. It's awesome. So one thing that I've noticed is that if I go all the way up to here and I jump off the edge, it actually won't take... It won't basically take the full damage for me. I actually die. So if I was to climb up to, say, here, he falls slowly, but I will actually take the damage, and I'll probably snap my legs in the process, which kind of sucks, to be honest. So that's another thing that you can do. Now, there are a couple of things that are on the Minecraft forum thread, which aren't in the mod at the minute. I don't know if I'm doing the recipe wrong, but I don't think I am. There's one thing which is called the Choker Pedia, which is basically where you can right-click on it, and you can rename your Chocobo. And there's also Chocobo tweezers, where if you have Chocobos, you basically shear them to get feathers off them, because feathers basically don't drop very frequently. It's basically if you have an untamed one or a wild one, then it will drop feathers occasionally. I imagine it's the similar sort of rate as when chickens drop eggs, which is kind of cool. So if you want to make something to make it wild again, just while I think about it, that's a wild Chocobo whistle. So all you're going to need for this is a golden ingot. So let me just very quickly grab one of these. You need a golden ingot. You're going to go to the crafting bench, and you're going to pop a golden ingot there, and you're going to pop a feather below it, and you have a whistle. So simply all you do once you get this is right click on your tame Chocobo, and it'll go back to being a wild one. Not sure why you'd ever want to do that, because you can tell them to stop in place and everything, so, you know, they're not too much of a nuisance. I don't know why anybody would ever want to get rid of any of their Chocobos. It makes no sense to me. But yeah. Apart from that, I think that is everything for this mod. So you can breed them, you can tame them, you can get different colours which have different speeds. You can have baby ones, you can make them grow, you can make them stay adorable and cute forever. And let me know if you'd like me to introduce this into Kingdom of the Saplings. Like, I know we've got Mo creatures, and I can saddle up the horses, but I actually kind of prefer the Chocobos. I think it's a bit more kingdomy, I think it's a bit more royal. So, yeah, let me know what you reckon to the mod. There's a link in the description to it. The Choker Pedia and also the Chocobo tweezers as well don't work at the minute. But as I say, that could just be me doing it wrong. Let me know if you want to see it in the Kingdom of the Saplings, and I shall see you all in a little bit.